Hey guys, Brad, Landmark Credit Repair here. I'm here with Craig. He's from California, Marina del Rey. Craig, we probably met about 5 months ago on Instagram.
Yep.
From then, he's been working with me directly on personal training, but also Craig kind of mentioned that he needed help with his credit. So after talking to Craig, I kind of looked at the issues he's having, and we formulated a plan to help him out that's way different than what you're gonna see out there in the market. So we're gonna go and step in the office and look at exact plan to help Craig get where he needs to be. Follow us. Hey guys, we're here in the office. So after looking at Craig's plan, what his goals are, one thing Craig wants to really do is he wants to get a house in the next few months. That's one of his main goals. So looking at his credit, I'm gonna talk about the issues I see and what my focus will be. Number one, some of his main issues we need to work on, as you'll see, is he has collection accounts. He has over $16,000 in collection accounts. I tell people don't worry about that. That's a small number. I've helped people with $70, $80, $100,000 in collection accounts. So there's a handful of collection accounts he has. We've already kind of started the process and helping him. One thing that I don't want to recommend and I tell people not to do is go dispute it yourself. If you do that, you need to know what a violation is and how to recognize that and get law firms to help out the consumer. That's one thing Craig has already noticed, is that we have law firms in place to help him. And so instead of just going disputing stuff blindly and hoping it comes off, we actually look for violations. We help the consumer get violations against these collection companies, as I told Craig. And when this happens, they won't keep on selling the account to different collection companies and over and over and over, and keep the same process going. Never take it off your credit. What they're hoping to do is they'll hope to get credit to go pay the account off and just go pay it and not mess with it. So that's one thing that we're gonna really do, is how we're gonna address these collection accounts. He doesn't have much established credit, so there's a few ways to help him establish credit. Number one is gonna be to get a secured or unsecured credit card. He don't have enough credit to get an unsecured credit card, so we have programs out there and companies we work with to help him get a secured credit card, which means he doesn't have to put money down or have to secure it. But that's not a problem. For a few $100s, not much at all, we can help him start building his credit. That'll take about 2 to 3 months. That's one option, Craig. Number two option is gonna be to do what's called a piggyback method, or authorized user. That's where he gets a friend or a family member to add him to their credit card, and it helps report to his credit. My grandmother did that for me, Craig, years ago, 15 years ago, and within 30 days, my scores went up 100 points.
Wow.
In 30 days, that quick. So that's a quick method as a way to build your credit. There's also, you can buy trade lines. In other videos, I'll talk about buying trade lines. That's an option we can look at too, Craig. And that's the major two things, is dealing with his collections, doing it the right way to get attorneys involved. And again, this is something I told Craig, he doesn't pay nothing out of pocket for the attorneys. We're covering all that expense. And so he's actually gonna save money, because if he wouldn't pay these collections, he'd be out $16,000, and they could actually still keep him on his credit and drop his credit score, because you go and pay him and it re-ages him and puts him back on your credit, and it changes what I call the last date of activity. I told Craig about this. It changes the last date of activity, makes it become more current in a pay collection, and it drops your credit score, which is a bad idea. When I first met Craig, he was thinking about that. Remember that, going and paying off your collections? Yeah. And I said it's a no-go. So again, folks, that's a maximized credit score plan we have for Craig to help him get into a home in the next 3 to 6 months is what we're shooting for, as soon as possible, once we get him to a 580, 620. And again, I told Craig I have tons of mortgage companies we work with to help him find a good place to work with that's not gonna go, pull his credit multiple times and hurt him. Some of the things that Craig needs to really watch for, that I've told Craig, is you don't wanna go and apply for anything that we don't tell you to. Because if say he goes happy and wants to go get a new car, he's wanting a Tesla. I'm like, look, if you go apply, they ding your credit like 7, 8 times. Those inquiries can drop your credit score 50 to 80 points. So that's one major pitfall I would tell people to be careful about when they're doing credit restoration, is to not to go apply for stuff. Another thing is to stay in direct communication with us all the time. We have a toll-free number. Craig has direct access to me, my whole team. We're gonna help him nonstop through the whole program. So again, I wanna thank you for tuning in today. That's the plan for Craig, how to maximize credit score. Craig, I'm glad I met you. I look forward to helping you, man. I really do.
Yes,
y'all have a blessed day. Thanks for tuning in. Hey folks, again, Brad Young here. I'm at the front office, and I just want to thank y'all for tuning in. And you can always come to our location here in Tyler, Texas, but we're really convenient. You can actually log in online, go to our website at landmarkcreditrepair.com. You can also call the toll-free down below, 1-800-905-5263. We look forward to helping you. Have a blessed day.